Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. My name is Karen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central New Jersey, and we're going to make a card today. How's everyone doing today? Hi Jamie. Thanks for hopping in. Hi Rosie. How's everyone doing today? All right, we've got a fun fold card to make today, and everything I'm using for the most part is celebration items. Hi Carol, thank you for joining. We're using the awesome Otters stamp set, which this is one of the celebration items that is only available until February 28th. And okay, this one's a little messed up here. I've got all cut up pieces. But we're also using the Simply Marvelous DSP. You're trying to stay warm. It's 3 degrees. Oh my goodness, Rosie. I think we're up to like 49 today. This weather's crazy. Tomorrow's supposed to be 56, and I think Friday they're looking at an ice storm for us. I give up. Anyway, I just wanted to remind you a couple things. One of the things I have been trying to print a flyer out for about a couple hours now, and my printer is not responding to me. There is a new suite, I guess it is, Ocean of Waves, I believe it's called. It is available. It started yesterday. Waves of the Ocean it is. Okay, I'm sorry. Started yesterday, available for demonstrators. So we can purchase it early, and I did order it. I didn't push the overnight button, so it's going to take a day or two to get here. It's gorgeous set. This set will be available in the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog. When I do get it, I will share it with everyone. And like I said, I had a flyer I've been trying to print out, but it just doesn't want to print today. Also, right now, you can purchase another suite that is the stamp set, the bundle, that's going to be available in the 2022-2023 annual catalog called All Together. There is the bundle. You could buy the bundle. You could buy just the stamp set, just the dies. There is black and white designer series paper. And there's a whole set of natural tone stamping blends. These will be, like I said, these will be available in the annual catalog. And if you saw me last week, I showed everybody, I have a chart that I made up for myself. Stampin' Blend skin tones. These were the ones I had: light petal pink, dark petal pink, crumb cake, soft suede. I had all these from our regular Stampin' Blends markers. These are the new ones. There's no names for them. There's just numbers, and they go from 100 to 1,000. And what I did is I just made a little chart, and I scribbled with the blends, because sometimes the cap, let me grab here, this is the light crumb cake. I mean, it's very close, but I like to see it in person. It's a me thing. So, and celebration is going on right now. So you only have, today's the 2nd, so you have 26 days left. So if there is something that you've been wanting from there, I would get your order in and get it. All right, let's get started. All right, so we are starting with a Misty Moonlight card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and we are just going to fold that in half. Oh my goodness, I don't believe I didn't get my scissors out, didn't get my bone folder out. That's not like me. Wow. I usually have all this out ahead of time. Okay, I'm going to give that a good burnish. And I have the panel of Simply Marvelous. And this one is the Misty, Moonlight, and Balmy Blue, and White. I think that's the only blues that are in it. And this is the other side of it, but I didn't want that side. I wanted the swirly one that kind of looked like water. Hi, Jillian. Thanks for joining. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for joining. Put my sleeves up. All right. And we're just, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And all the measurements will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampindesigns.com. And if you do make the card, Friday it will be posted on my Facebook page. And I like when you share your card, your version of it, in the comments. I am going to cut the center now with one of my, I have them over here off to the side, layering circle dies. I had to think what they were called. Oh my goodness. So I'm using, oh, I hope I grabbed the right one now. It's 1, 2, the 4th largest one. Let me make sure it's the right one. I have a feeling I grabbed the wrong one. I did. Oh, good thing I checked that. So let's see. It's the 1st, 2nd. Oh, I did grab the wrong one, but it is the 4th largest. Okay, and I am just going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut a circle in the middle here. I'll be right back. Because I'm going through, oh, it did cut, okay. Because I was going through 2 panels, I went through 2 times, right? All right, and that's it with card front. All the rest of the fun is on the inside. So I have a panel of basic white that is 8 inches by 5 1/4. Let me make sure that's right. Yep, 8 inches by 5 1/4, and I scored it at 4, and then I scored it again at 6 inches. So I'm going to fold this in half on the 4-inch. So this one here is a Z fold, okay, and then this one will get folded back. And I have a panel of the Simply Marvelous paper that I'm just going to adhere on the inside, right there. I really should stamp the sentiment before I do anything in case, well, you know what, if I mess up, then I just recut and rescore the paper. This paper, I have quite a few quite a few packs of this paper, Jamie. It is by far, I think, my favorite. All right, so now what we're going to do is I am going to adhere a panel of Balmy Blue to the inside, and this is really just a matte. I must be at the end of my thing of glue. Yep. Not the time to run out of glue. All right, I'm just going to adhere this inside, and this piece is 5 1/8 by, I'm sorry, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I'm just going to adhere that. I'm just in case I mess up, not that I think I would, but I am going to stamp the sentiment on the inside. And I'm using this, whoops, I'm using the sentiment from Special Moments. This is another celebration set. And I'm using the one, Where Would I Be Without a Friend Like You? All right, we're going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. I'm a little confident of stamping it straight because it's a photopolymer. And I can usually, oops, sorry if I'm shaking the, guess what color she is going to. Yep, my nails match, Rosie. And I couldn't do my nails till I was sure, until I could figure out what card I was doing. All right, and we're going to put this right kind of in the center. This is actually a brand new one that I just got, and it was a little closer to the Misty Moonlight than the other one I used. Make sure that, see if that's straight. That looks pretty straight. All right, now we're going to adhere this right here in the center. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, if I could find that. Oh my goodness. Usually have everything out, laid out on the table for myself. This is what happens. I had to pick my daughter up from the train station. Her train comes in at 3 o'clock. Praying that it's always on time. Because if not, then I'm scrambling. All right, and I'm gonna fold this so that I could see right where I'm putting it to make sure it's centered. Or centered the best that I can do. And I'm going to turn it over and give it a good press. I've told you this before, I like pressing, especially when I'm using the basic white. I like pressing it on the back because I'm always afraid, I have blue ink on my hands. I'm always afraid I'm going to have the ink on my hands and then I'm going to press it in and the ink is going to smear. All right. So I did do a little bit of cutting ahead of time. So I cut a Misty Moonlight circle, the same, and this circle is the same size as the opening. So that's going to go right there. And then I cut a Balmy Blue scallop circle. And then I had stamped the otter and I cut him out with the, I guess it was the 5th from the largest circle. And we're just going to put a little bit of color on them. I'm dropping everything today. And we're going to use crumb cake. My otter's going to be crumb cake today. But I had stamped him earlier. Well, originally I was going to stamp them with the crumb cake ink, but I stamped them with the black so it had a little, made sure it was good and dry. I'm always afraid of, I do it once in a while, but I'm afraid of stamping and then coloring right away. I'm always afraid the ink is going to run. I love these little otters. I wish it wasn't a celebration set and it was a set that's in the January to June catalog. So I will be making quite a few otter cards before the celebration is over. All right, and we're going to color his, I guess his belly area and his face. This part with the light. Must be a new, this must be a new one. A new Stampin' Blends because it spit out some alcohol as soon as I opened it. Unbelievable. My printer just started printing. Isn't that nice of it? And then I'm going to color his nose with the soft suede. And then we're just going to put a little bit of, we're going to just do the waves, or, yeah, they're waves. Got the Misty Moonlight, and then I'll use a little bit of Balmy Blue, just so it kind of goes with the paper. We'll do the little drops with the light Balmy Blue. And then I'm going to do the waves are up here with the darker Balmy Blue. And just add a little more, just so it has the colors mixed. All right. Whoops. I guess I forgot to close that. All right, we're going to adhere him. Give it a second to dry. And we'll adhere him to the Balmy Blue scallop circle, just with a little bit of Stampin' Seal. So you're just going to see a tiny bit of the Balmy Blue. Oops. I think I have it too much to one side. I just want to move it a little bit. Come on. There we go. All right, and I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals on the blue panel. Has everybody been making Valentine cards? I don't do too many of them. I do a couple here and there, but I don't really send many Valentines out. All right, and we're going to just put this right on this, just like that. Again, I'm just going to press it on the back. Now this is going to get adhered right inside the circle. So we're only going to put adhesive on this half of it. And I just realized I wanted a panel. Before I do it, let me cut the other panel. I wanted the panel on that side. So we're just going to add another one. I like it on the one side, but I wanted it on this side, so that side I had if I wanted to write. All right, so I got, I believe it was 1 7/8 by 5 1/8, because that panel is 5 1/4. So there, we're just going to adhere that one there. There we go. See if we can get this without getting glue all over me, since I just about stuck my finger in the glue. Nope, I'm not going to get them to match. That's okay. Okay, now we're going to adhere this one here. Now I got to go back. So it's just so I see where I'm going to add the adhesive. I'm just going to hold it as I'm moving it. I'm trying to get it straight, but not cooperating. Okay. So you want to adhere this with this closed so that you make sure you get it right in there. All right, and then there you go. This cute, simple little card. It does get stuck sometimes a little because it starts to open before. All right, and I did stamp a sentiment ahead of time for the front. And I have some embellishments. I have everything else I'm going to remember this time. I stamped from the Awesome Otters stamp set, You Are Otterly Awesome. And I cut it out using my smallest layering diorama dies. This one here. Because it kind of just, to me, looked like a lake. Or a river. Or something like that. So we're going to pop that up right on the front there. And I'm not... Thank you, Rosie. I'm not paying attention to... Dimensionals are stuck to me. Usually I can... I don't think my little pokey tool thing is working lately. Give me a hard time. And I'm just going to put one right in the middle. And I'm just going to put it just below the opening. Okay. All right, and I'm going to let you pick. I have two different embellishments I was going to put on it. I was either going to use the blue adhesive pack gems or my pebble enamels again. What do you think? Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Donna. Which ones do you think? The blue adhesive? All right. Jamie says blue. Rosie says blue. Blue it is. Maybe. Okay. Put them right. And I'm going to put one more small one. I think I'm just going to put it up there. I'll put it right there. There we go. All right, we're going to do an envelope real quick and we're going to be done. But that's, it says Windows Z Fold or Z Fold window card. So, I love this little otter. I just think he's too cute. Oh, and one other, oh, I knew I forgot to do, see? Oh, all right, well, I'm going to do something you're not really supposed to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I was supposed to stamp this beforehand, and I forgot, because I was so anxious to get the card together. And I was going to stamp them right there, and I'm going to give them a little bit of color. But I'm not going to press hard or anything, so it doesn't, well, it's not going to go through. It would have 3 layers to go through. So I really don't think I'm going to have to worry about it going all the way through. We're just going to throw color on them now. I just like this guy because he's got his little fish in his hand. I love all the images, though, from this set. And I tend to use the bullet end a lot more for coloring. When I have a tiny space, I will use the brush end because it has the little point. But I like the bullet end personally. I just feel like I have more control with this. Get his little belly. And the good thing with this, I can just go over his paws. I can go over the darker one and it's just gonna blend it. His nose, the fish, and then we can do the envelope. Oops. Excuse me. Yeah, we used a petal. I wasn't sure if I was going to use petal pink or calypso coral. Use a little bit of calypso coral on it, just we'll blend it. All right. Another piece of the Simply Marvelous paper. I'm going to put that on the envelope flat. Just like, whoops. Just like that. And we'll stamp the little otter image on the front. Go. Give this a little trim. I got a mess here today. Everything all over. Okay. And you always want to put something inside the envelope when you are coloring, so that because the envelopes are obviously thinner than the cardstock, and it will bleed through to the other side. And I can honestly say I've never done that. I've always remembered to put something on the inside, unless I'm just like touching a little bit of color on it, not coloring it, if that makes sense. There we go. How can you not love this little otter? I said I could see a couple more cards in my very near future with this guy. I got pens getting thrown all over the place here. So I'm just coloring it all the same as I did on the envelope, on the card. All right. So there we have the, oops, my mess. Gotta clean all that up. Our little Z-fold window card. And like I said, all the measurements will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampindesigns.com. And since my printer did print, this is the waves of the ocean. There's a couple samples. There's a whole suite that you'll be able to get. There's the stamp set, or the bundle. Yeah, you can buy them separately, but I don't know why you would want to buy this part without that. It looks like this gorgeous DSP, which I can't wait to get. Blue foil paper. The DSP and the foil paper are while supplies last, and so are the rhinestone waves basic jewels. And the colors are Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, and Pacific Point. And then on the paper, there's Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana. Oh, Jamie, you have got to make a card with those two colors and see if you can get them right, because I know you're always mixing those two up. Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, and Petal Pink. So this will be in the annual catalog, but if you'd like to get it early, one, you can become a demonstrator. I'd love to have you on the team. You can drop me a line at creativestampindesigns@gmail.com, because you can use this as part of your starter kit. And right now, Stampin' Up! Has the awesome joining special that for $99, you get to purchase $125 worth of product, and you get to choose 2 stamp sets of your choice. That is only going on until February 28th. So if you are interested, this would be a great thing to put on the starter kit with some adhesive or a pack of cardstock, few other items, and you're good to go with making cards. If anybody's interested, like I said, drop me a line. I'd love to have you on the team. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hopefully I will see you. No, I will see you. Next Wednesday, same time, same place. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave me a comment or drop me a line. Be happy to answer. Thank you. Have a good week, everyone.